This woman has no case. She's clearly trying to scoop a bag. She's trying to catch a bag, y'all. She ain't got no case right now. This is full on trash.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that
boy.
Pascal.
Here we go. This one is just stupid. All right. This one straight up is just absolutely dumb. And it all has to do with Central Park Karen. Let me grab this. I thought I had it up, but it's not up anymore. All right. So the OG, the original, okay? The original Central Park Karen is back in the news again. You want to know why? Well, let me show you guys this article. This is just stupid. Central Park Karen, if you don't remember this woman, I mean, you remember this woman, please tell me you remember this woman. She has been famous. She is basically one of the original Karens, really. She kind of helped kick off this whole thing with Karens in general, with that phrase. Now, she was the one in Central Park. There was another gentleman there bird watching. Yes, people do bird watch. He was out there. He was complaining about how her dog was way too close to him. He asked her politely to back the dog off, etc. They have this argument because the dog's not on a leash. She pulls out her phone. She says, "I'm going to call the cops." He's like, "Okay, go ahead, do whatever you need to do." And he's filming this entire encounter to the point where she's on the phone and she's fake screaming like this man, as she said, black man is attacking her in Central Park. Please come get her. Please come save her. Is all caught on tape. He is far away from her. Far away from her. Okay? He has nothing to do. He had not put one hand on her at all. He didn't even harm her little dog too. Okay? So, recently she's in the news right now because she is, as it says, she's suing her old bosses because they said they labeled her as a racist. Yes. What the hell is this? Amy Cooper is her real name. The original Central Park Karen. Okay? The original. Now, Amy Cooper, who has been branded the original, because there is a second Central Park Karen now. Central Park Karen, after calling the cops on a black man, is taking her former employee to court, saying they painted her with a broad, racist brush. Okay, Cooper is suing investment firm Franklin Templeton, where she worked before this whole mess, alleging defamation, negligence, infliction of emotional distress, and racial discrimination. Seriously. This is serious, y'all. Oh, people are so stupid. In the docs obtained by TMZ, which is the article I'm reading right here, Cooper claims FT fired her prematurely and without having all the facts. Excuse me. What facts do you need? Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to blow it up and be here in the big picture and everything, but what facts do you need? What other facts do you need? The video says it all. The video shows it all. The video shows yo ass fully. What does FT, Franklin Templeton, need more? What information are we losing here? What did we miss? I'm confused. What did we miss? Did we miss something? I'm so confused. What did we miss? That video shows everything, okay? So, she goes on to say the honchos, TMZ, I'm so done, jumped on the bandwagon that was spreading across the country to portray her as another privileged white female Karen. Bruh. She says they painted her as a racist when they announced that they were cutting her loose in the days that followed. Of course they would fire that ass. I would. Saying they did not tolerate racism of any kind, which Cooper believes wrongly labeled her and helped ruin her life and future prospects. This is a little bit of the document that was sent to her. Dear Miss Cooper, this letter is to notify you that professional conduct has opened an investigation into the incident in Central Park that resulted in the termination of your employment at Franklin Templeton to determine whether there are any violations of the CFA Institute Code of Ethics and Standards of Professional Conduct. Pursuant to that investigation, we request that you provide the following documents and information within 10 days of the date of this letter. And of course, the rest goes on. Now, not just that, but Cooper says Franklin Templeton's claim of doing a full investigation, which only lasted a couple days or so before they canned her, wasn't up to snuff. And she claims they filed to review the entirety of her 911 calls for context. Adding insult to injury, Cooper claims FT didn't bother pulling notes from the New York City Park Board meetings, which she claims would have shed light on unproven allegations Christian Cooper, the guy with whom she had beef, had been noted as a pest in the park. Okay, here it is, y'all. You see in the video, and I'm sure if you're listening to the 911 calls, you're seeing the 911 call on the video. What else do they need? This woman is a full-on idiot. This woman's an idiot. So, Miss Cooper claims what was really going on that day is that Christian targeted her in a supposed ongoing feud between himself, an avid bird watcher, and dog owners in Central Park. She says she didn't call 911 out of racism, but out of genuine fear. She was initially charged for filing a false report, but that was ultimately dropped. Okay, y'all. All right. Okay, this is stupid. This woman's stupid. Now, the fact that she is going out of her way to sit here and say that she's going, no. Oh, no. Oh, we got he has a feud with dog walkers, and he has a full-on feud going on between himself and dog walkers, because he's an avid bird watcher, and dog owners in Central Park are just running into Christian Cooper over this thing all the time. So he is causing people to go out of their way to call the cops and say, help me, there's a black man hurting me, help, where he's yards away from this chick. Real talk, yards away from this chick. And yet she is still grasping at straws right now by trying to sue her former employer because she says, well, you guys didn't get the full scope of the story. You don't know what's going on. You could just look at the video itself in all of its ugly ass glory, and it shows everything that you need to see. It explains everything. This woman has no case. She's clearly trying to scoop a bag. She's trying to catch a bag, y'all. She ain't got no case right now. This is full on trash. Now she's sitting here going, you don't know the full scope. You don't know the entirety of her 911 calls. You need to listen to all the 911 calls for context. What? This dude is sitting there filming the entire thing, showing your ass. And everybody and their mama has seen this video. You don't think that the Franklin Thompson didn't do their due diligence, look into the information, look into the incident to see what was really going on and make a concise and balanced decision? You think just because you became Central Park Karen, they just fired you? No. They saw the video. They saw the footage. They listened, as they said. They looked at the 911 calls. They listened at those. But that 911 call is also in the damn video where you are straight up lying, saying that this Christian Cooper guy was attacking you, saying, oh, this black man is attacking me, where he's yards away from your ass. You ain't got no case. Quit trying. Grasping at straws, looking ass. Let me stop right there. David, what are your thoughts on this? Have mercy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is one of the situations where I think both sides are wrong. Because, yeah, obviously she was wrong because she called the police for a false charge and tried to get him in trouble, while at the same time pretty much strangling her own dog. However, Cooper did give an interview in which he admitted that he does on a regular basis perform this action. He says that it has proven the most effective way to get a recalcitrant dog owner to put their dog on a leash. And he goes on to say that like basically with her, he says his idea was that if you're going to do what you want, I will do what I want. And that's when he pulled out the dog treats. So it does seem like this is a thing, according to him, that was an action that he frequently did to people. So, yeah, if he didn't say it himself, I probably wouldn't have thought it was true. But he said it himself that is one of the things that he was doing constantly.
Yes.
And
now I understand that piece. Like I understand that piece right there, where he does have dog treats in his pocket and all that stuff. And I know that he does have there is a story out there that he has a history of being, hold on.
Yeah, he says
that he has a history of doing those things, right? But that does not mean that he deserves to be instantly thrown under the bus when she did something herself. Now, here it is also, too. They had only just met that one day. So it's not like she knew his history before the incident happened. You see what I'm saying? It's not like she knew this about him beforehand. Period. So this is her going out of her way to say some ish and trying to get the cops over there as quickly as possible because she's some white girl in distress. Because as soon as she said, a black man is attacking me, please help me, she's instantly showing her ass. Doesn't matter what history he had. This was only one 911 call. This was not like she had encounters with him over and over and over again every single time he was there. You see what I'm saying? This wasn't like a reoccurring issue. It just doesn't make sense. Now, that is true. Cooper did say, I'm reading what you just said. This is what Cooper said, literally. This is what Cooper said in an interview. He has said it multiple times. I've done those deep dive conversations about him. Facts. But at the same time, she didn't know this stuff. She used her whiteness. She used her white privilege, being a white woman in distress, to scream into the phone a lie, a full-on lie. He was nowhere near her. He did not attack her. He was asking her to step away from him. And the fact that this woman is trying to bring this stuff up again is sick. It's sick. You don't like this woman didn't learn nothing. Because it seemed as if she goes, I'm sorry for what happened, etc. Nope, not anymore. Now she's sitting here going, no, I'm suing my job because they labeled me as such. When you are that. You fully were Karen. You went full Karen in this situation. You have got to be kidding me that you are trying to sue your employer because you think that you actually have a case on this situation. Hell to the no, bruh. I'm sorry, David. Please.
Yeah, I agree with you that she's incredibly wrong too. I don't think that any part of what she did was right. I mean, she obviously lied on the phone call, and that charge should not have been dropped.
It should not have been. But
she's obviously abusing her dog, which thankfully she ended up giving up, so she no longer even has that dog because she couldn't handle it.
I think they got back. I think she got the dog back.
Oh, did she?
I think she got the dog back. Let me continue. I'm gonna Google it real quick.
But yeah, so I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that she was just trying to get him to get in trouble just because of his race, more or less. Because ultimately, he would not have been charged with anything for maybe mild harassment for giving people's dog treats, because he did say that he does it to make them afraid, and that's why they put him on a leash. But ultimately, I mean, just like his actions aren't justified by hers, her actions aren't justified by his. She decided to, I mean, she handled the whole situation wrong. I could definitely see why she'd be fired. She was calling in a false report and abusing her own dog. There's really no section, there's like no area here to say that she was totally okay with what she did. So yeah, I agree that she definitely was going for a racial bent here. And even Cooper himself says that, let me find his exact quote.
Yeah.
He says that, I can't tell you or not whether she's always a racist, but I can tell you that what she did in that moment of confrontation was a spectacularly poor judgment. And in that moment, what she did was definitely racist. Now, could she be defined by that? A couple of seconds, and he's like, I can't answer that. I think that's up to her and what she does going forward.
Facts.
And I guess what we're seeing as she goes forward is that she's fighting this with her employers, at least. As far as I know, she hasn't engaged with Cooper again after this incident.
No, and from my understanding, like, I think that there was an attempt to try to get in contact with each other, and he was like, I'm not interested. He's like, I don't want to go back and relive this crap again. He's like, I've forgiven her in my own way, and that's it. And he's like, I'm done. I'm going to move on. And the thing is that, yes, if she wants to, whatever she does from this moment on, or from that moment on, defines on who she is. And the fact that she is literally trying to sue her own place of work, her old employee, proves to me that she ain't changed and she ain't learned nothing. And then also on top of that, she's still trying to throw Christian Cooper under the bus, saying, oh, he has a history of, of having altercations with other dog owners and such. But have you seen any phone calls to the 911 phone calls saying otherwise? I think not. So when it comes to this story, like, man, this woman is trash. This woman's absolute trash. Like, she could have taken the high road and just let it be what it is. Take this as a teachable moment and keep it moving. But no, she still wants to see if she can come out on top, victorious. This is not going to be a victorious win for you. You're going to fall on your face and you're going to look like a dumbass because you did something that was caught on tape, that was caught on video, that everybody and their mama has seen.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.